Hello and welcome to my video proposal for English 2210. Here is a quote that I would like to share. The sea is a field full of miracles where it shows nature's resilience against destruction. Why is the ocean important? The ocean is important for many reasons, and among our biggest resource for life. It offers us a whole other world of mystery and beauty in addition to its wonder. The ocean holds about 96.5% of all Earth's water, thus providing us an abundance of oxygen, climate regulation, and sustenance. Yet even still, the ocean is one of our biggest dumping grounds. Therefore, it is crucial for the safety of our marine life and our future generations that we reduce pollution, offshore drilling, and overfishing. Pollution. Plastic pollution is one of the most obvious issues that cannot be ignored. The trash we throw out finds its way into our oceans, whether it's through runoff or purposeful littering. Single-use plastic is not only found in the deepest waters, it is in sight, the Great Pacific Garbage Dump. If that image of destruction is not convincing enough, scientists predict that by 2050 there will be more plastic than fish in the world's oceans. Furthermore, plastic does not biodegrade, and many biodegradable plastics may not even break down in oceans. Many biodegradable items are meant to do so when exposed to heat. However, the trash that ends up in our cool oceans never truly degrades. Instead, what happens is the plastic breaks down into tiny particles, also known as microplastics. According to National Geographic, Microplastics are pieces of debris between 0.3 and 5 millimeters, no thicker than a grain of rice. If consumed, this can collect in the stomachs of marine animals and cause malnutrition as well as starvation. Unfortunately, many animals, such as dolphins and sea turtles, consume plastic bags, believing them to be jellyfish or squid. Moreover, wildlife finds themselves tangled and trapped in trash. This causes a huge strain on wildlife, which affects the whole ecosystem. Mercury occurs naturally in the Earth's crust. However, humans have caused mercury pollution to harm the environment. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, activities such as mining and fossil fuel combustion have led to widespread global mercury pollution. As a result, the mercury in the air settles onto the water and land where it washed into the water. Once in the water, microorganisms convert the mercury into a highly toxic form, contaminating wildlife and humans. Light pollutants from artificial light affects marine life at night. An example would be predators hunting reef fish at night with ease, which disrupts their numbers/breeding. Light pollution penetrates underwater in shallow reefs and disrupts marine life's internal clocks that are associated with migration, reproduction, and feeding habits. Noise pollution is the increase of sound waves that disrupt natural noises in the ocean. Sounds from ships, oil rigs, sonar devices, and more. Many mammals, such as whales and dolphins, use non-visual communications like echolocation. One example is the toothed whale, which relies on echolocation by emitting sounds that reflect off the surface to be able to see. For that reason, noise pollution disrupts navigation, migration, hunting, communication, and reproduction for marine life. Toxic chemicals such as pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, detergents, oil, industrial chemicals, and sewage end up in our oceans. Chemicals such as fertilizers end up in streams, and eventually the nutrient-packed fertilizers trigger massive blooms of algae. The algae then strip the waters of oxygen that cause dead zones where few marine lives can survive. Moreover, that very same algae could very well absorb bisphenol A, which can leach into the water from plastic, where fish who eat the algae or absorb it through the water can experience reproductive harm. That affects the food chain as predators, such as ourselves, consume those sick fish and lessen their numbers. Offshore drilling and oil spills. Oil spills are the result of human error or natural disaster. Oil is an important commodity that is transported across the oceans via pipelines and ships. During the transportation, there is always a possibility for oil spills for a number of reasons, thus killing and trapping marine life in a massive volume of oil that cannot be escaped. The ocean is the largest carbon sink, meaning it absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This cycle is thrown off balance when human activities create more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, causing ocean acidification. Ocean acidification is a chemical process in which carbon dioxide from the atmosphere interacts with water molecules, creating carbonic acid. A series of chemical reactions causes a reduction in pH levels, thus making the ocean more acidic. This rise in acidity allows calcium carbonate to dissolve rapidly, causing the shells of critters to dissolve, zooplankton to lose their ability to use chemical sensations to avoid predators, and corals to bleach. Global warming is caused by human activity through the burning of fossil fuel, methane, and greenhouse gases. The greenhouse gases trap energy from the sun and the ocean absorbs that heat, thus resulting in the surface temperature and sea level to rise. This is a concern for many reasons such as increased chances of tropical storms, loss of life, ocean acidity, loss of breeding grounds, and more. Overfishing. Not so honorable mentions plus solutions. Irresponsible fish farming, ghost fishing, whale and shark finning. Please help save our oceans. Organizations to check out. Thank you for watching my presentation.